the great.
We are doing a great tribute today to Prince.
Yes.
One of our great artists of our generation, of my generation at least. I mean, if you think about
several generations,
several
actually.
generations. I mean, he
Even mine.
yes,
by the way.
I mean, he influenced so many individuals. Yeah, even yours, Rob. Even yours, I would agree.
Hey.
He influenced so many individuals. He was. What most people don't realize is early on he played every instrument on
He
his
plays
albums.
about 15 plus instruments.
Yes.
His real name is Prince, by the way.
Yes, Prince
And,
Rogers Nelson, and he also is a one of the best guitarists. I mean, absolutely phenomenal guitarist. And he unfortunately passed away at a very young age, 57
I
years
think
old.
57 is very young.
I think
I'm
it's
pushing
extremely
50.
young. What's up?
I'm pushing 50.
Yeah, I know you are.
From the other side.
From the other side. So yeah, no, but I mean that's a great loss in our era.
Well, it was really heartwarming to me was the fact that he had helped so many people, and he talked about the Bengals. Remember the Bengals?
Yes.
They were on the plane. Saw that he was there in first class. Went and talked to him. He wrote a song for them on a napkin and gave it to him. And
it being Manic Monday.
That was called Manic Monday.
Yes.
And he was a very generous, and he was a big part of the community in Minnesota, there in Minnesota. And
Yep.
Yeah, and our great friend of our show, Terry Vaughn with JLA, is a huge fan. So much so that she left yesterday to go up there to be part of the acknowledgement in the morning up there to Minneapolis. She's
Wow.
such
Really?
a big fan that she couldn't stay here. She had to get on a plane and go. And it meant so much to her. His music and his artistry and everything meant so much to her. And others, but she's one that's close to us that we know, who literally just couldn't sit here anymore and had to get on that plane and go up there. It meant so much.
Yep.
So, condolences to Terry and others who feel that way.
It was all of his stuff. I mean, from 1999, Little Red Corvette, all the way up to his most recent stuff, which was actually more jazz and bluesy that he was doing, which is pretty cool.
He actually, he lived a very clean life. He became vegan and became very spiritual.
He was
and things like that.
Jehovah's Witness.
So he was. It's a huge loss. We don't know the details of his death, but it doesn't really matter. It's he's gone.
Yep.
And regardless of how it happened, it's a great loss for.
And you read that
community.
there's something like 2,000 unreleased tracks that he's recorded.
He recorded so much music. In fact, there was a whole album.
I think I have rights on those songs. By the way.
Yeah, there was a whole album actually he recorded originally way back when, back in his days when he had the Revolution, and it was a Revolution album. He had two-sided album that was ready to be released, and they never released it. I mean, he has tons of music he's recorded that's never been released. So hopefully we'll be able to, partake in some of those tunes in the future.
Well, Chris, I got a text last night.
Yes.
And you said Nathan Balderas had confirmed to be on the show.
That is correct.
And I show up, and he says, "I have to talk." And I'm going, "Yeah, everybody
Absolutely,
talks."
Yes. He's not just a good-looking face in the studio to make us look bad. I mean, you're supposed to be here to be talking, right?
Yeah. So
no, Nathan is with a company called Lionsgate Realty up in the Woodlands. By the way, he's a great team up there. I've known Nathan now. I want to say we go back 10 years. Mm-hmm. Probably go back a little ways right there. Yeah. And it's one of those things when we first started off with Nathan, we were both working in the home building business. You were actually
I think it was First Texas Homes.
First Texas Homes, that is correct. And so that's how we started
First
off.
Texas Homes.
That is correct. And so he was with First Texas, and I was their preferred lender. And over the years, things have changed, and so
you're everybody's preferred lender,
right? Well, hopefully,
Which I know
try
you.
to be, right?
Yeah.
But Nathan went and formed a great team with his wife and family members, et cetera, called Lionsgate Realty. Talk a little bit about what morphed you into to the real estate industry, obviously from the builder industry.
I thought this was going to be pre-recorded, so I wasn't ready to speak.
Surprise!
Yeah, this is a big surprise. Yeah. So
we don't edit anything, so whatever you say is out there.
What you say is out there from now on.
Yeah. So I started my company in 2007, and as Chris said, I've been with builders for a long time, and whenever I finally broke out from the builder, I decided to gear my company towards new home sales. And that's what I do. We do resale, we do investments. We're big on property management, but mostly what I want to do is go after builders.
Go ahead. You're doing property management.
Yeah.
I love to have somebody call me at 2:00 in the morning and tell me their toilet's clogged.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
So tell me what builders that you work with currently.
I worked with right now who I work with is Signorelli and First America.
Signorelli,
and
yes.
we're actually putting together a big event with them.
Yes, we are.
With Tom Peacock Cadillac.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Tom Peacock Cadillac's going to be involved with it.
Am I
a launch
invited?
You'll be invited,
Oh, good.
absolutely. We're
I hate to
launching
be
a new
left out.
subdivision actually that they've developed called. I
I
know. I
Oh,
was
it's
going to
brand
miss it
new.
right
Oh,
now.
wow.
Also,
It's
yeah, like
brand new.
Riley
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out here.
We're gonna figure it out in a minute.
We'll figure it out when it goes.
So that's
right
the whole
there,
point
yeah.
why they've actually brought me in is what they bring me into these communities that are not doing so well, and what I do is I market them. I make sure all the real estate agents know what communities is. I'm not doing a good job of it now, but
Yeah,
it's
it
right.
does
It's
help
right.
if you remember the name of the community.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
it does. Significantly, by the way.
And actually,
and
it's
where
called,
it is.
It's called Riley Creek,
Riley
by the
Creek,
way.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I knew that.
And
right?
and they just made the decision for us to actually do that. What, like 2 days?
2 days ago.
Yeah,
that
2
is
days
correct.
ago.
We got
Yeah.
the email.
cool.
Yeah, because of the flood, everything was backed up, and actually we've actually pulled in Princeton Homes and Century Homes.
That is correct. We
Yeah,
pulled in
so-
two additional buildings.
And I
up
think
there.
the developers also coming in on that with us, and we're
So how
good.
impacted by the flooding was like the Woodlands area?
it wasn't too bad. I think it was more in spring on Cypress Wood that got all flooded out. But as far as up to the Woodlands, I didn't see too much other
Okay.
than windstorm damage.
Nothing bad ever happens in the Woodlands. We all know that.
A tornado actually touched down. Yeah.
Okay,
true.
disclaimer, he does not represent the studio or the Rat Pack. And
The Woodlands is the best place to be right now.
Hello.
So.
okay, you two coordinated this now. Yeah.
I think I'm being
Yeah,
had here.
Nate's like, I don't speak on the
That's it.
radio. Now they're talking about,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
good the
If
Woodlands
you ain't living
is,
in the
yeah.
Woodlands, you're just camping
Yeah,
out.
yeah, that's true. So,
As you say, like the Kingwood, it's just a livable forest.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
livable.
That's all right.
It's all right. It's livable.
okay.
Now, Nathan, I know one of the things, we got this big thing coming up, obviously, in the launch with Signorelli and Riley Creek, but, your team also, I mean, one of the things that you guys are really known for as well is you have a lot of Spanish speakers within your group.
yes, I have a lot of Spanish speakers, and we try to reach out to the Spanish community and help them purchase homes. In the Woodlands, there's a lot of foreign nationals, so we really
Yeah.
market. To
What kind of
them.
challenges do they face when they come in here? They're coming from, South America, Mexico, and things like that. What are their challenges?
When they come from other countries, it really their challenges is whenever they purchase the home. I guess honestly, that's actually my attorney's what my attorney handles.
Well, let's call his
Right.
attorney right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
let's
Get
call
him
my
on the
attorney
phone.
right now, and
Most-
we'll get him to answer those questions. But mostly what it is they usually send their family up ahead, and it's tough because it's different with Hispanic cultures. The it's like a hierarchy. The fathers or whoever the head of the family is usually who makes all the decisions. So you have a lot of people here trying to pick homes, but they
Yeah.
can't make decisions until they get a hold of the family back in Mexico or in Argentina or wherever, and actually gives the okay. So that's a challenge that I deal with a lot.
And we talk about that because
Yeah.
that is an interesting point, because a lot of times, with what's going on, the uncertainty in some of these Latin American countries, they send their family ahead.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to stay back because obviously the cheese is still coming from whatever country they're coming from. And then, Nate and his team's out there showing them. And by the time they get the decision from the patriarch to say, let's move forward, there's a
It's
contract
gone.
on the home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Well, that it's been for a long time. For a long time, people coming from either South America and Mexico and things like that, they didn't really understand mortgages because they were, cash and carry.
Right.
They basically only there was not a lot of more. Now that has changed. Now they understand mortgages and title policies and things like that more now. But it's so different here than it is in other countries.
Yes.
And so you've got to explain it. And of course, I always talk about people who come in here and speak English perfectly. They love to do business details in their native language. And so that ends up being the challenge because, it's getting people here that can work with them. And obviously you have that capability,
Yes.
which is a great position to be in.
And I just don't deal with foreign nationals. Also with the Hispanic community here in Houston, and
red-blooded Anglos just like us.
Yeah. That too.
We equal opportunity offender.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody.
No, but
We just lost Christy Bellwether.
Exactly.
I can't believe he said that. Yeah, she's
It's
laughing.
like, oh my gosh, etiquette and these guys.
Yeah.
I need to come back next week. Until the, we are working. I love the goat scream. We're a work in progress, Chrissy.
Yeah.
It does take a little while for us, but you started in 2000. How have you seen the market? Obviously, you went through a little bit of a downturn after you started.
I started my company when the market was at its worst in 2007, almost 2008, and
I think that's brilliant because I would say a market moving up or market moving down, there's always opportunity. It's a market that's static. There's no opportunity. But we had a market that's going down, and people are getting like rats on a sinking ship are leaving. And you step in and go,
sellers.
So let me see. Rob Cook, which is on the HAR board, says rats on a sinking ship.
Or a sinking ship. Not a sinking ship. Easy for you to say, right?
And a rat reference.
Yes.
Yeah. And a rat reference, yes.
So, I had to use a rat reference.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But you started, like I said, one of the toughest times in the industry, and now you see what's going on. I mean, the past couple of years have been phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's been really great. Enough to where I actually left the new home building for about a year, and then I had a real good friend of mine. He became division president, and he got me back in for another year. And but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sit in that office. Or even I had to get out there and take this company to the next level, and that's what I'm doing with Chris right now.
Absolutely.
I always think about people. Entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs in their heart and their soul.
Yeah.
It just doesn't working for somebody else. You got to go out and do your own stuff.
And that's actually was one of my biggest problems with the builder was that I saw something and I would hey, let's do it this way. Hey, let's do it this way. This way works. And some of these builders just set on their ways. And
Nate, how can we reach you if you don't mind? We're coming up against the end of the
Oh,
segment.
I'm sorry.
Again?
Yeah, so you can.
We just had one.
He doesn't want to talk on the radio.
I don't want to talk anymore. I'm done. Yeah, so you can actually my website is lionsgaterealty.com, or you can give me a call to my personal cell phone number 832-890-8826, and that's 832-890-8826, and lionsgaterealty.com.
Yeah, don't go away because we got more show to go.
.com. Absolutely, don't go away. But for all those listening, we got to take a break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.